Hey guys, Rob and Melissa here with Flip Market Flipper. We are stoked today to be joined by Mark II, who is a tax expert. Melissa and I always claim we do not know a lot about taxes. We do what we need to, and we have our own CPA locally. But Mark is actually in this industry, and he is amazing. He has created a cool little niche for the reselling world. And yeah, we're very, very fortunate to have him on today and to be able to talk to him and ask him some of the questions
that we get in commonly.
It is. So Mark, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today and going through some of these questions. Super excited to have you here. Yeah, let's get to business.
Yeah, we just wanted to start off by let us know a little bit about you. Like, what's your background? How'd you get started in taxes for resellers?
There you go.
Specifically.
Yeah, so I mean, I studied accounting, did the public accounting and finance thing for a few years, but eventually decided just to start doing taxes on the side just to see if it's something that I, enjoyed or like doing. And not too long after I started doing that, I just, I ended up doing taxes for a few eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, eventually started selling on Amazon myself. And just finally decided that, hey, this is a pretty good and growing niche. I should just like focus on this thing over here. So I've been doing that the past few years and really enjoying it so far. So
Yeah, which is awesome because not only are you a tax expert, but you're also in the reselling arena just like all of us. So it makes it that much easier for you to understand what we're going through and other resellers when you're trying to do your taxes the proper way and making sure you're maximizing your taxes when you're doing them. So that's really, really exciting. So that's cool to hear for sure.
Yeah, and it's something that keeps a lot of people, like it's a big obstacle. Taxes, they think, I don't know anything about how to do taxes for reselling, so it keeps people from doing it. It doesn't have to. I don't think it has to be that crazy. So, we're gonna just ask Mark a couple of the common questions that we get and get his professional answers.
Yeah. Dive in.
Numbers are not your favorite.
No.
Let's see. All right. So a lot of times we get asked, do I need an LLC to get started selling on eBay?
Yeah, you do. You do not need an LLC necessarily. I mean, so like right when you start selling, you become a sole proprietorship by default. So there's no forms you need to go out and file for the IRS to consider you as a business. So you just are one by default. I mean, eventually an LLC might make sense, but it's not going to affect a lot of things tax-wise. The main benefit is liability protection. And if you're just selling like household items on eBay or something, you don't necessarily need that from day one. So yeah, just get started. Don't let that hold you back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great advice, because a lot of people, this will hang you up. You're thinking you have to go out and get all this paperwork done. Mark's saying you don't have to do that. Start where you're at. If you enjoy it, then look into a little bit more of what you need to get done with the LLC and get more of a business, a business underneath you, or set yourself up for success. So
we didn't get an LLC till we went full time. So it was a while. We were selling as a side, and we didn't do it. So eBay does issue a 1099 after you hit 20K in sales, but people ask, do I have to keep track of my sales before I hit that 20K?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the most common misconceptions out there is like, oh, I didn't get a 1099, so I don't have to file, or, oh, I don't want to sell too much because then I'll have to file taxes. But unfortunately, even if you don't get that 1099 because you're below the threshold, you're still required to report and pay tax on any profit that you're generating in your business. So yeah, I mean, there are a few rules, but typically on that first dollar of profit, you're likely going to owe some tax.
Right. Yeah.
No, great advice for sure. So yeah, that's what a lot of people don't think, that because of the 1099 not coming out until you hit that 20,000. So be better safe than sorry. Like Mark's saying, that's you do owe on that, and you have to keep track of that. So great advice.
And on that question too, is there a specific way you have to keep track of your books? Like, do you have to do it a certain way?
Not necessarily. I mean, the important thing is that you're keeping track of your records somehow. That could be in a spreadsheet, that could be in a simple bookkeeping program, or a more robust bookkeeping program like QuickBooks or something. But yeah, you have a lot of flexibility there. You just want to make sure you're separating out your business activity.
Right. I like a spreadsheet.
Yeah. So don't let that hold you back either from reselling, guys. You can do it as simple as a spreadsheet. It doesn't have to be QuickBooks. It doesn't have to be all that stuff. Mark's saying as long as you just keep record, you keep some type of record of your buys, your sales, how much you're making, that kind of stuff, that will suffice.
And so since managed payments, eBay has been asking for your social, and a lot of people don't want to give their social.
This is huge.
Why do they have to give their social, and why is eBay asking for it now?
Yeah, I mean, eBay now is just taking the place of PayPal. PayPal before was the main payment processor. And if they're required by the IRS to send you a 1099 if you're above a certain threshold, so they have to get that tax information from you. So now with managed payments, eBay is the payment processor. So they need your tax information, which is usually going to be your social. So that's why they're asking for that. But yeah, I've gotten that question before.
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of people are scared. They don't want to do it, but they had to give it to PayPal as
exactly.
well. So
it's understandable. You don't want to give out your social, but you guys got to understand, eBay's being responsible just like PayPal was. They were the ones who are taking all the payments in now. So eBay has to have a record of that. So they can issue the 1099 or whatever they issue. After that. So they have the record of that as well. So don't be scared if you've done it with PayPal. eBay's doing the same thing right now. We've had to do it as well. We've switched over to managed payments and we've had to do the same thing. So
can you get an EIN for that? If you wanted to, could you apply for that as a sole proprietor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do that. As a sole proprietor, an EIN is optional, so you can do that.
Okay, so that could be a workaround if you really don't want to give your social. You could.
I think so.
For an EIN. So if I sell my own stuff, I'm just getting started on eBay, and I sell my own stuff. Do I have to report that, or how does that work?
Yes, that one depends, because a lot of times if you're selling your own personal stuff, you'll sell it for less than you purchased it for, which means that you're actually generating a business loss. So if you have a loss, you don't necessarily have to report that on your income because you're not going to owe any tax. So maybe not. I mean, if you generate a profit, then you should probably report it. But either way, I encourage people to report it because if you have a loss, it's only going to benefit you on your taxes, because it's going to offset other taxable income and reduce your taxes overall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great advice for sure.
Yeah. So if we're doing reselling as a side hustle, can we write off? What are some write-offs that we can have if we can do any?
Yeah, I mean, typically most things that you purchase or most expenses that you incur, as part of the operation of your business are going to be deductible, or at least partially deductible. So the normal stuff that you buy, like supplies, shipping supplies, like software subscriptions, your inventory definitely is going to be one of the biggest ones. You can deduct the business portion of your cell phone or internet that you use. Mileage is a big one, business mileage that you incur to the post office, round trip, some people ask that. So yeah, I mean, meals while you're traveling or meals for business meetings. So, I mean, pretty much anything is going to be, just keep track of everything because you'll likely be able to deduct it.
Which is really cool because if you work for somebody, if you're an employee, you don't get to do those deductions. So having this kind of side hustle on the side, it opens you up to be able to have those deductions on normal stuff that you're using for the business. And a lot of people don't realize that, but yeah, that's a really, really cool aspect of being able to flip and do this kind of stuff. So,
and that's one reason why also almost every road trip we take, we all find stuff everywhere. So part of the trip can be, a write-off because we're picking stuff on the road. So it's pretty fun that we can do that.
Yeah.
So what is, in your opinion, the best way to keep track of mileage? Like an app, or do you have one that you use?
Yeah. These days, typically just an app like MileIQ is one of the most popular that people use, but yeah, it's super easy. It just tracks all your mileage and you just have to go through occasionally and identify it as business or personal, and that's it. Okay. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that we're all, let's see which one I had. Oh yeah. Okay, I already asked that. So now on to not just income taxes. Now we also have to deal with sales tax. So this changed a lot in the last year or two with every state. So do I have to collect or remit sales tax for my state as a reseller?
Yeah, in most states now, resellers don't have to worry about it because the big platforms are required to collect and remit the sales tax for you because of what are called marketplace facilitator laws that almost every state has, except for just a few stragglers. I think you guys are in one of those.
We are.
So we still have to keep track of our sales tax and remit it.
But the cool thing is it's only, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's only for the sales that are coming in from, because eBay, we ship all over the US, even the world sometimes, but it's only the sales that are coming in through eBay in Florida.
Because the sales we make in Florida.
Exactly. Yeah. The sales that are coming through in Florida. It's not all of our sales taxes because eBay is taking care of the other states. That's correct?
Right. Yeah. Because you live in Florida, the customers who you sell to in Florida, those would be the ones you're responsible for. But if somebody lives in Texas and they sell to somebody in Florida, since they don't have a physical presence in Florida, they don't have to worry about it.
Right. So,
which is cool. And ours are few and far between for us, because not a lot of our sales get shipped and they go to other states or other countries, whatever it is. We're not responsible for that much. So it's very, very few and far between when we do actually have to keep track of that.
So we don't really even charge the buyer sales tax for Florida because we don't do a ton of
and we just pay it. If it's a sale that we do, then we just pay it out of our pocket because it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I think that we got through those
questions quick. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
That's awesome.
Well, guys, Mark is here. He has amazing at this. Like I said, he's a reseller. He has also put together a course. Now, this isn't just like a normal course for somebody, a CPA or something like that. He's actually in the reselling arena. So he sees the stuff that a lot of CPAs don't see. He knows how to do that. Mark, can you tell us a little bit more about the course that you've actually put together for resellers?
Yeah, so it's called Reseller Tax Academy, and it's all about helping you optimize your tax and overall business situation. And I mean, what I mean by that is, it's not to teach you how to do your taxes, how to put numbers in certain, forms and things like that. It's like helping you to know what you need to be doing from day to day. What are those things that are going to set you up for the best possible situation? Because like right now, it's tax time and people are doing their taxes, and there's only so much they can do to save, when they're preparing their tax return, or they're having me or somebody else prepare their tax return. But I'm thinking, okay, if we would have set your business up a different way, or if, you would have, separated out your home office or just done all these little things, we could have saved so much more. So it's like, that's the planning piece. So it basically helps you do tax planning. But yeah, I mean, we talk about deductions, the different types of tax, like how to treat your inventory, what happens if you get audited, and, and everything from the reselling lens. So it's all about getting that basic education that's going to help you get rid of the anxiety and uncertainty that just drags us down and makes us less productive in our businesses.
That's right.
I mean, most people get into flipping not because they enjoy the hunt of the deal and it's not because they want to know everything about taxes.
Yeah.
So it's really a helpful course. We just actually started going through it too.
Yeah.
So I really like it a lot.
It is. It's the blueprint. It's the blueprint for how to get yourself set up. Even if you've already are a reseller and you haven't done exactly the right things, Mark's going to take you back through the blueprint of setting up the right way to make sure you're getting the most deductions, make sure you're doing everything the proper way. So yeah, that's really, really exciting for sure. So
yeah. And he's given us a coupon for anybody who's watching this right now for $50 off the Reseller Tax Academy. So if you use the code Flea Market Flipper, we'll put the link in the notes below. So check that out. So
yes, super excited. Mark, thank you so much for jumping on here, answering some questions. These are normal questions that we get. And yeah, this is, it's a video now that people can go to and watch and see these questions answered. Plus, check out Mark. Mark, where else can people connect with you? Give us, where they can connect with you and jump into the course.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. It's just @NotYourDadCPA. I'm on YouTube now, so we'll see when I can put out some more videos in there after tax season, maybe.
Awesome.
Yeah, you've probably been pretty busy right now, huh? This time of year. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, thank you so much. Thank you for jumping on here, like I said, and answering these questions. We know that we get these questions, so you probably have some of these questions yourself. Mark has answered them for us. Thank you for spending the time with us, a couple minutes here answering that. And well, like I said, we're super excited to be able to do this. We are not tax people. We tell everybody that in Flipper University, this is not our expertise, but we have found somebody who it is his expertise. So we're very excited to partner with him and jump into this. So
thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.